Now we're going to start off today with a story that made both me and Natalie anxious when we saw it. You may think it's a little strange to start a show about anxiety with a story that's going to make you anxious, but we wanted to show you how we deal with stories like this. Have a look.
The World Health Organization says people should keep a distance of 1 meter from each other to avoid getting COVID-19. But a Chinese study found that one person infected 13 others who weren't wearing masks on a bus. Patient A not only spread the virus to patient E, who was half a meter away, but also to patient G, who was 4.5 meters away. Patient A and patient G had no close contact with each other. One got on through the front door and the other through the back. The study also found that the virus can survive for 30 minutes in the air. Dr. Li Bingying, a specialist in pediatric infectious diseases, says droplets usually fall on the ground within 2 meters, though they could spread further with stronger airflow. Passengers could get infected if they touch a surface where the virus has recently landed, such as bars and straps. A Taiwan bus manager says buses are disinfected every 4 hours. Cleaning services like straps, bars, chairs, windowsills, and the floor.
All right, so I think you can see how a story like that might make somebody nervous. Natalie, when you saw it, what did you think?
I was nervous. I thought maybe I shouldn't take the MRT anymore.
Right.
But then I did put it in context. First of all, there have been no cases that we know of that have been spread by the MRT here in Taiwan or the bus. And that particular story was in January in Hunan province in China, before news of the outbreak broke out, before people started wearing face masks and washing their hands and protecting themselves.
Absolutely. Now, another thing about stories like this is you have to check the source. Of course, we're going to do our best to vet those stories before we air them. But also, like, I've been on Twitter. I've seen tons of stories which make me really nervous, but then I dig a little deeper and I find out it's not from a reputable source. So you need to be very careful to make sure that the source of the news is somebody you trust.
Yes, and I recently talked with a psychologist at the Community Service Center, Michael Mullahy, about anxiety. And this is what he had to say about how we can deal with anxiety.
A certain amount of anxiety is inevitable. There's no way to completely get rid of the anxiety that we feel. In fact, it is, we could say, healthy to feel some anxiety. It helps us put our defenses up. It helps us think about what we can do to protect ourselves and the people we care about. The good news here is that the things we can be doing to reduce our anxiety about COVID-19 happen to be the same things we should probably be doing to keep ourselves as safe as possible. So what I'm talking about here are things like eating healthily, exercising, getting enough sleep. On the one hand, these are the sort of activities that will, keep our bodies healthy, strengthen our immune systems. But on the other hand, these are the kinds of things that help us release our energy, help us feel less anxious, and help us be overall more happy.
What about like deep breathing exercises, meditation? There are a lot of things that people are into these days, right? You think those are helpful for dealing with anxiety?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that on the one hand, learning to calm our thoughts, learning to become more in contact with the present absolutely can help us take the edge off anxiety. It can also help us stop overthinking about the dangers, or can be a good replacement for obsessively checking the news to see every new case or every new development.